Vice-Chancellor, it is believed that one of the medieval origins of scientific study was the attempt to convert base metals into gold. That self-serving approach has, in the modern world, been converted into a wide-reaching attempt to better the lives of humans through medicine. The base metal of greed turned into the gold of human good, and that in itself is a kind of alchemical process. Today will be told a tale of personal alchemy, in which the base metal of hatred is converted into the precious element of love, in which a scientist becomes a philanthropist. Chandrasekhar Sankurathri has taken as his life guide the third niyama, or observance of Hinduism, dana, to give without thought of reward, to be truly charitable. A graduate of this university and is working as a scientist with our Federal Department of Health, Chandra Sankurathri had his quiet life shattered in the Air India bombing of 1985. He lost his wife, his small son, and his little daughter. Vice-Chancellor, while it is terrible to relive that moment, it must be relived so that we can understand the incredible transformation of this man before us. A terrorist bomb caused the plane to disintegrate just off the west coast of Ireland. Letters, luggage, limbs, lives were sectioned, severed by the blast. The wreckage, human and material, was scattered over the ocean, eventually to sink to its bed. But there was to be no rest there for the families of the victims, for Dr. Chandra. Hatred on another continent had irreversibly changed his life on this continent. His response? To govern himself by the principles of Dharma, of right conduct, those principles to be found in the Upanishads, to exercise self-control, damyata, to give to others, data, to be compassionate, dayatvam. In 1989, he established in his wife's memory the Manjari Sankurathri Foundation to improve the situation of the poor in his home region, Andhra Pradesh. Over time, this became more focused, and in 1992, he set up a school in his daughter's name to provide a free education for the rural poor, in particular for girls. In the 2 decades following, this school has graduated over 1,900 children and provided vocational training for another 600. But beyond the value to these children themselves, the school has also served to demonstrate to their parents the importance of an education. In 1993, recognizing widespread and serious but addressable problems with eye care, he established in his son's name the Sri Kiran Institute of Ophthalmology. This has, through its numerous urban and rural clinics, provided aid to 1.5 million patients and restored the sight of over 170,000. The spin-off from this, though, is that people now come to his clinics for early treatment of the eye, thereby obviating potential problems. Chandrasekhar Sankurathri has ensured for his wife and children that, to take the words of the Welsh poet Dylan Thomas, death shall have no dominion. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not. He lives by the statement that is carved upon the Air India memorials in Ireland and in Canada. Time flies, suns rise, shadows fall. Let it pass by, love remains forever over all. For this, his work, he has been celebrated in Andhra Pradesh, throughout India, in Canada, and in the United States. The subject of 2 national CBC News reports, he was twice named a hero by CNN. For giving the light of learning and of sight to his people, for putting aside the curtain of ignorance and of darkness in the lives of others, for converting a terrible loss in his own life into new life for others. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa that remarkable philanthropist, Chandrasekhar Sankurathri.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Thank you. I tip my hat to you.
Dr. Chandra Sankurathri graduated in zoology from Andhra University and holds a Master of Science in Biology from Memorial. He was also awarded a PhD by the University of Alberta. He has worked as a visiting scientist with the Department of Fisheries and Oceans and as a scientific evaluator with Health Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to invite our newest honorary degree holder, Dr. Sankurathri, to please address Convocation.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, Honorable Minister, Mr. Chairman of the Board of Regents, members of the Board of Regents, members of the Senate and faculty, members of the graduation class, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and very warm greetings to you from Manjari Sankurathri Memorial Foundation, Ottawa. First of all, I would like to thank you for presenting me the honorary Doctor of Laws degree, and I accept it with humility. I feel this degree is in recognition for the services we at the Foundation are rendering to the poor and needy by eliminating human suffering through eradication of illiteracy and blindness. I would like to share my journey from the day I first landed in St. John's on the 29th of September 1967 as a graduate student in biology. When I first landed in St. John's as a young graduate student, That was my first exposure to the world outside India and to Canada. Since that time, there have been many developments at the Memorial University and also in my life. Over the time, my life has evolved, deeply affected by Canadian conditions, values, discipline, and work ethics. These have had tremendous impact on my life, and that is still continuing even today. I vividly remember the love and affection showered on me during my stay at Memorial University. During that time, I never missed India and never felt homesick because people were so friendly to me. After graduating with a master's degree in biology, I moved on to pursue my life's ambition to obtain PhD degree in zoology at the University of Alberta, Edmonton. After completing my PhD degree, I moved on to the Pacific Biological Station, Nanaimo, British Columbia, as a postdoctoral fellow for 2 years, and those 2 years are very special in my life. During that time, I had an opportunity to work with world-renowned scientists in the field of parasitology, especially related to the marine fish. From Nanaimo, British Columbia, I then moved to Ottawa, where I worked for 11 years before I resigned my job and became involved in humanitarian work. For the first 10 years in Ottawa, my life was very remarkable. I got married, blessed with 2 children, and got a good, challenging position in the Ministry of Health and Welfare. But suddenly, on June 23, 1985, all my dreams and aspirations came to a complete halt. That unfortunate incident made me think about the goals in my life and changed my career path from a scientist to a philanthropist. After 3 years of deliberations, I finally came to the conclusion that I have to dedicate my life for the betterment of the less fortunate individuals. This prompted me to resign my job and move to India to start implementing my ideas of making difference in the lives of less fortunate people. In 1989, I started a non-profit organization in Canada in my late wife's name, and a similar organization in India to execute the service projects. Since 1989, there has been no turning back or even regrets for doing this, and now I'm completely immersed in those service activities. In this journey from 1989, we have been able to bring in many changes for the good of the people. The most important of them is providing education to the rural poor children who cannot afford a quality education. In this process, we are able to help prevent children from becoming child laborers in order to supplement their family income. Another noteworthy feature is that now more girls are enrolled as students in the education program, and they have excelled in their academic careers. Because of this education program, we have also helped prevent child marriages, which are a common feature in the rural settings of India. This education program has brought in many major changes in those families, and many of them are well settled in life and supporting their families. Another project is the prevention of blindness. In India, there is a huge population of blind people, up to 19 million. Among those blind people, 80% have been medical conditions that are treatable or have blindness that could have been avoided. That is, they can be either cured or prevented from becoming blind. So our mission is to provide accessible, affordable, and equitable quality eye care. In this process, we are accessible to about 20 million population, have provided eye care services to close to 2 million patients, and performed about 200,000 surgeries to restore eyesight to the needy people. All these works were possible only because of tremendous support we received from across Canada. We thank all the people, organizations, and institutes for lending their helping hand in developing these projects for the benefit of the poor and needy. Despite working for over 20 years, our work is not yet completed. Much more work needs to be done to alleviate the suffering of the poor and downtrodden. We hope to receive the same support and encouragement from other people to continue this mission of eliminating illiteracy and blindness. I would like to extend my congratulations to all the new graduates for their achievements and wish them good luck in their future aspirations. I sincerely wish and hope that you will all become excellent citizens of this world and bring laurels to the Memorial University from which you are graduating today, and continue to serve the community with your dedication and might. I know you are all very intelligent, hard-working people with good values. I hope that you will continue to demonstrate your values and high integrity in the future also, so that you can be a beacon for others to emulate you. Every human being will go through some ups and downs in their life, as that is a normal phenomena. When you are in trouble, please do not get discouraged, because that will pass on in due course. At that time, try to maintain your courage and integrity, and you will see the light soon. In closing, I would like to thank the university for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all on this very special occasion. Thank you very much.